Barcelona returned to the Ciutat Esportiva Joan Gamper with sharp focus as they prepared for their upcoming clash against Chelsea. The coaching staff emphasized intensity, tactical structure, and ball circulation, knowing Chelsea's physical style and quick transitions demand full concentration. The atmosphere was competitive yet calm, with players understanding the importance of controlling midfield and maintaining defensive discipline. Training began with warm-up rondos, where players like Pedri, Gavi, and Frenkie de Jong worked on quick passing under pressure. Xavi stressed the importance of retaining possession and avoiding turnovers in dangerous areas. The midfield trio then practiced breaking Chelsea's press with swift one-touch combinations and diagonal switches. The forwards, Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Lamine Yamal, focused on finishing drills, rehearsing shots from various angles and building chemistry in the final third. Wide players worked on cutting inside, overlapping runs, and delivering low-driven crosses to challenge Chelsea's defenders. Defensive preparations were just as intense. Ronald Araujo, Jules Kounde, and Andreas Christensen worked on high-line coordination, pressing triggers, and dealing with Chelsea's pacey attackers. Goalkeeper Marc-André ter Stegen trained on distribution to launch quick counterattacks. The session ended with a full-speed tactical scrimmage, blending build-up play with defensive transitions. Barcelona left the field confident. Ariarne Titmus is one of the most dominant and inspiring swimmers of the modern era, a name that echoes. Chelsea returned to Cobham Training Centre for a focused session ahead of their Premier League clash against Burnley. The mood was intense and determined, as the squad prepared for a game where tactical discipline and energy levels would be crucial. Manager Frank Lampard emphasized quick ball movement, defensive organization, and clinical finishing during the session. The training began with dynamic warm-ups and passing drills, sharpening players' touch and movement. Midfielders like Enzo Fernandez and Mason Mount worked on link-up play and pressing triggers, aiming to dominate possession in tight spaces. Defensive drills followed, with Thiago Silva, Wesley Fofana, and Reece James focusing on maintaining a compact shape and anticipating Burnley's direct attacks. Attacking patterns were a major focus, with Raheem Sterling and Mikhailo Mudryk practicing combination play, overlapping runs, and precise crosses into the box. Kai Havertz and Nicholas Jackson worked on finishing from various angles, ensuring Chelsea can capitalize on scoring opportunities. Set pieces also received attention, with free kick and corner routines rehearsed repeatedly. Goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga trained on shot stopping and distribution to support quick counterattacks. The session concluded with a high-tempo intra-squad match. Barcelona returned to training the following morning with even greater tactical intensity, aiming to refine the details that could determine the match against Chelsea. Xavi began the session with a brief tactical meeting, highlighting Chelsea's tendencies to press aggressively and attack quickly through the wings. Players were instructed to stay compact, move the ball quickly, and avoid getting caught in isolated duels. On the pitch, the session opened with high-speed positional play drills. Pedri and de Jong worked on dictating tempo, while Gavi practiced breaking lines with forward runs to create overloads in midfield. The coaching staff focused heavily on transitions, both attacking and defensive, knowing that Chelsea thrives on punishing mistakes. Robert Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, and Rafinha moved to finishing stations, practicing sharp shots, headers, and fast combinations around the box. Lamine Yamal impressed with. Chelsea returned to the training ground the following day with a strong focus on tactical sharpness and match-specific scenarios. Manager Frank Lampard led a session emphasizing game intelligence, quick decision-making, and exploiting space in Burnley's defensive setup. Video analysis earlier in the day highlighted Burnley's tendencies to defend deep and rely on counterattacks, which Chelsea needed to counter efficiently. The forwards started with movement drills, combining quick 1-2s, diagonal runs, and finishing exercises. Raheem Sterling and Mikhailo Mudryk focused on timing their runs behind the defensive line, while Kai Havertz and Nicholas Jackson practiced finishing from inside and outside the box. Lampard stressed the importance of composure under pressure to convert chances. Midfielders, including Enzo Fernandez and Conor Gallagher, worked on ball retention, pressing triggers, and switching play quickly to break Burnley's compact structure. Wingbacks Reece James and Marc Cucurella trained on overlapping runs and accurate crossing to create width and stretch the opposition. Defenders,